First things first, I absolutely love the 55mm 1.8 size lens. And I'm gonna tell you why. I also wanna add that I make this video because I wanted to show a lot of sample footage, because I'm not a technical pro and I think you can find all the technical aspects on other videos by now. But I wanna show how the actual footage looks like. Because when I want to buy new equipment, what I'm looking for is always sample footage. I used it for a couple of months now, so I really have an idea of what it is to work with it. And I used it for my private travel videos like this I'm recording with it right now, and for my client work. And most of my work is containing humans of some kind, and since it's a portrait lens, it really fits for that, and that's why I got it. I also do photography, and mainly portrait photography, so it made total sense for me to get one. You get that super crisp image, and when it focuses on one object, you just have all the details that you want. And I used to work with my zoom lens before, like a couple years ago, and it just doesn't give you that type of sharpness. I haven't been disappointed once, and even when it's been quite strong sun, I still had sharpness in my image. And if I compare to many other lenses that I've had, I mean, they had this kind of sharpness, but it became like really soft somehow. But when I film with this lens, I really get the type of sharpness that I've been looking for a long time. Another good reason is that you get that nice shallow depth of field. And that's the type of image I think most of us consider being cinematic. From time to time I see people asking, why am I not getting this type of cinematic look on my footage? What am I doing wrong? And I think the answer to that is most of the time that you're using the wrong lens, most likely a zoom lens. And I know because I made the exact same mistake myself, even for a couple of years. Since I started to use prime lenses, it completely changed my footage. Like, I think it looks 10 times better now than it used to do. I really highly recommend you to look at prime lenses that has that focal length that you need for your specific work, and go for those instead. And what worried me in the beginning was that, but then I will need to buy so many different lenses, because I'm doing a lot of different things. Like, I'm doing real estate, I'm doing normal commercials, I'm doing travel footage, I'm doing interviews. And I think you can start to equip yourself with all the different prime lenses once you have the money and once you have enough work. But I think you should definitely work with what you got. So don't think you have to go and buy like 5 prime lenses at once. I always buy one at a time, and I use it for a couple of months, and I'm always surprised how much I can use it for. Like now I use this 55mm for so many different type of videos, not only portraits, far from that. Another very good reason is the very fast autofocus. I'm mostly filming with my gimbal, and I cannot always control the focus. So that's why it's very important for me to have a good autofocus. And of course, if you use the same brand on your lens and your camera, it will automatically work even better. Like, I had a Sigma 35mm before, and I really loved the way it turned out. Like, the footage looked amazing. But I struggle way more than I do now when I'm only sticking to the Sony lenses. So I just know that I can trust the autofocus, and especially on my gimbal work, when I've used it the entire day, I don't want to go home and have plenty of footage that's out of focus. Travel light and flexible is a necessity to me. I don't want to have back pain, and I move and travel a lot, so it's a must for me. It's light and it's pretty small, but don't let the small size fool you. And now I can fit many more lenses into my travel backpack than I could if I have like the very big ones that I had before. So instead of having 2 heavy big lenses, I can now have 4 smaller, lighter lenses, and it won't be heavier. And it's affordable. I usually don't buy lenses that cost over €1,000. I'm not quite there yet. So I bought this lens for around €750, And I think that's a really good price when I think about how much I used it. Thank you for watching.